Hi everybody, John here. I wanted to make a video for you guys to talk about a few things and just kind of hit a couple points here. First off, you guys are doing a damn good job. I know some of you don't feel that way, but you really are. So if we all step back and take a minute and look at what we've done, I'm going to say it again. I've said this multiple times. We have kids 5 days a week, live, in person and live with synchronous instruction. I'm going to put money that we are in the top of New York State schools doing that, public schools. Now, I know there's some private schools and they have some different rules and so on and so forth, but as far as public schools are concerned, we're one of the minority, the minute minority who has kids in 5 days a week. The things that we are doing for our kids are phenomenal. Our kids are going to have a better rate of growth this year than other districts. Even I'll just take Williamsville. My kids go to Williamsville. I like to compare that. I like to see what they're doing, so on and so forth. Williamsville schools, because they're in an orange zone now, are fully remote. When they're not fully remote, at least the kids are in class 2 days. Wednesday they have asynchronous, and then they have 2 days of remote instruction. Our kids at Wilson Elementary are getting 5 days of instruction from qualified people such as yourself. 5. Other kids are not getting that. Maybe 4 if the 2 days when they're remote are going all right. So my point to all this is, some of you think it's not good enough for the kids. And in a normal year, you are correct. But in this time, this pandemic, our kids are getting, in my opinion, the best education in Western New York and probably in New York State. And there's only few schools that can say that. We're one of them. So you should be proud of that. Now, the other thing that I've heard of a little bit lately, and we talked about this in the summer when we were getting ready to come in. The kids came in this year with not having skills that they normally have when they come to you. And that's because we were out since March of the previous year. So we missed March, April, May, and June. We missed 3.5 to 4 months of education because we were out. Now, our kids are 5 days a week. They're making up a lot of that. One of the things I've been hearing is the math skills have been pretty good, especially in the higher grades. And that's partially because the teachers were teaching the necessary skills for the test prior to the test, which would have been in April and May. So the kids had the stuff that they really needed prior to us closing, and then the stuff that was lesser important, even though it's all important, less important, they hadn't been instructed yet. So what I'm hearing from the teachers is, hey, my kids' math skills are pretty good. Yeah, there's some things we need to fix, some things we need to review and work on, but overall, their math skills are pretty strong. Reading skills, I get it, especially in the younger grades, there's missing skills there. But what I'm hearing is, like, for example, our first grade teachers are really focusing on the short vowels, and now they're working on long vowels. My point to all of this is, we knew kids were going to be coming in with lower skills. And we needed to adjust to that. And some of us still haven't adjusted to that because we still think we're hardwired. We're going, oh my gosh, like I'm behind where I normally am at this time of the year. That is okay. I said it in the summer. I said it in the fall when we started. I'm going to say it again. That is okay because the rate of growth for our kids is going up. Now, think about this. If you look at all of the schools, let's say just say Western New York, all the kids are behind. It's a 100-yard dash I talked about earlier. Okay? 100-meter dash, whatever you want to call it. We all started 10 meters behind the starting line, like we normally do. That means we have to move the finish line 10 yards sooner, or 10 yards before it normally would be, to still get the 100 meters in. So, if the race is normally here, now the race is here. We had to move everything back 10 yards. That is okay. I know it's difficult because we're hardwired to say, hey, we got to get to a certain point. Remember, we have to take the kids as far as we can this year with where they started and then get them as far as we can where they finished. Every kid in New York State, I'm sorry, Western New York State, and even the country are in the same boat. So we are going to have a group of kids that when they graduate are missing some skills that they normally would have. Now, are those skills great? No, I don't think so. And that's okay. Everybody's in the same boat. The only kids that are not in that boat are the kindergartners that started this year because this is their first year. So they hopefully are going to get a full year of instruction, and then next year the first grade teachers will have them hopefully at a spot that they're normally used to getting them at the beginning of the school year, and they're going to take them through their curriculum and then second grade and so on and so forth. But you have to refocus yourself and remember that, and that will help you when you're feeling stressed out that you're not getting the kids as far as they need to be. So when you're saying, oh my gosh, usually in November, beginning of December, I'm much farther. Yeah, if you're a month behind, a month is not bad considering they missed 4 months of school, 3.5, 4 months of school at the end of last year. So being a month behind is not a bad thing. So you guys are doing a great job. We've got our kids 5 days a week. I know it's stressful, I know, but I'm trying to help relieve some of that anxiety and stress that you're feeling. It's okay for us not to end our finish line where we expect it to end. Now, the only way that you can do that is if you convince yourself and believe in me saying that it's okay. Now, I'm not saying to slack off. Obviously, I'm not saying slack off. What I'm saying is if your kids don't get as far as you normally get them, that's understandable. It's realistic, and we expect that. But you have to tell yourself that us being in 5 days a week is much better than the other setups that schools have for their students. You have to believe it. Please convince yourself to believe it. And don't go around and listen to negative things from other people saying we're not doing the right thing, because we are doing the right thing. Remember, we have to make the best situation with what we have. If you play poker, I'm not a poker player. I don't like to gamble money. I'd rather spend it on car parts. Okay, I'd rather have something in my hand, put it together, put it on a car, whatever. I don't like to possibly just lose money because I'm gambling. If you ask my wife, she'll say, you're just throwing money away, putting in a car, but nevertheless, it gives me something to do. It keeps my brain moving and hopefully makes my car faster or handle better, whatever. But if you're given a cards in poker and they're not good, you have choices. You can fold, you can call, you can go all in, you can do whatever. But you got to be smart with it. If you have terrible cards in your hand, you fold. And you lose whatever that starting bet was. Okay? Done. You say, okay, I'm wait for the next hand. Hopefully it's better. And then I can play that one. That's what we have to do. That's what we're doing right now with school. We have choices. We have to make the best with what we have. Now, obviously we can't fold. But if we get a bad hand, we make the best of it. Look for the positives. Look for the good things in it. Hey, I can do this, that, or the other thing with this hand, or I can do this, that, or the other thing with these kids. You know, the kids at home, they're not getting their work done. That is a dilemma that every school district is having. Whether it's the high school, middle school here, whether it's Williamsville Central Schools, Amherst Central Schools, whatever, that is the biggest dilemma that people are having, and no one has found a solution to it. And the reason why is because if the kids are not motivated, whether it's internally or externally from their parents, they're just not getting the work done. So us having kids in school is one of the best things that we can have, best things that we can do. Please convince yourself of that. You guys are doing a great job. I am proud of each and every one of you. I'm proud of our teachers. I'm proud of our support staff. I am proud of our cafeteria. I'm proud of our custodials. I'm proud of our parents. Our parents have been really supportive of us. Yes, we get a few parents here and there that still have some, issues or whatever, but overall, the parents have been fantastic. We could not have done this without everybody working together. I did not come up with all these ideas. These ideas, a lot of them were brought to me by you guys. So I've talked enough. I just want all of you to truly believe. So I believe in you. You have to believe in you, because we are doing the right thing for these kids. Yes, there are days we go home and we're exhausted. I get that. There are days we don't feel like getting up out of bed. That was today for me. Like, it was a struggle to get out of bed, but I got out. Now that I'm here, I feel much better. There are days that technology is not going to work. We know that. We've gotten through a ton of glitches. There's going to be more, and we'll get through those too. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that what we're doing is the right thing for kids. At this time, you cannot compare this year with all the other years of teaching. You can't do it. It's not fair. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the kids. It's not fair to your mental health. It's not fair to your families. It's not fair. This is a different year. It's a different game with a different set of rules. We're playing within those rules, and we are making it work. All right, guys, listen, I have total faith in you. I've been in classrooms. I've been doing observations. I've been having conversations, and I love the conversations that happen in my office here. We talk at the pre-observation conference. We are doing good things. I'm doing all I can to make you believe that, but you have to choose to believe it. Let go of that negativity. Let go of the disbelief. Let go and see the good that is happening in your classroom every day. All right, everybody. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but it is Friday, so I hope you have a great weekend. If you decide to watch this prior to the weekend, keep up the good work. I am proud of you. I'm proud of all the work that you guys have done.